Alright guys, this is Judith, and this week I'm making stuffed green peppers from the book, the Dietist Cookbook. I've been making meals out of. So this is basically like green peppers just stuffed with rice and ground meat mixture, and then baked a little bit and then sprinkled with tomatoes. Sprinkled with cheese, I'm sorry. So the very first thing on the ingredients is green peppers, of course. I need to let this cook for about 3 minutes, so I'm just going to throw this in boiling water first, and then I'll come back and describe the rest of the ingredients for you guys. So I already have water boiling here. I'm just going to throw these 4 peppers into the boiling water. I'm supposed to let it boil for about 3 minutes and then drain it. I'll set my timer to 3 minutes and timer. Okay, so I'll set my timer to about 3 minutes and then I'll just describe the rest of the ingredients to you guys. And I just have this so I can drain the green peppers when I'm done. Anyway, so the next thing on the ingredient list is like an optional salt, and that's just to sprinkle inside the green peppers when you're done cooking it. So I'm just gonna leave this here just in case I need it. Then I have about 12 ounces of extra lean ground beef. This is about 96.4, which is like the leanest I could find in the market. So it's about 96% beef and 4% fat. Then I have 1/3 cup of chopped onions. This is about half cup because I really like onions, so I'm using a little bit more. This is 1 cup of water. This is 1/3 cup of rice, long grain rice. I already washed it. This is 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce. I haven't cooked this before, but I just tasted it and I actually really like it. So let's see how it turns out. This is half teaspoon of dried basil, 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and this is about 2 medium-sized tomatoes. I use Roma tomatoes, sliced up. And this is about 1/4, well, it's supposed to be 1/4 cup of cheddar cheese, but I grated the whole cheese from a block, so I think it's a little more like 1/3 cup. Anyway, well, that's just to sprinkle the cheese on the green peppers after you're done cooking it. So I have about 1 minute and 27 left, so I'll get back to you guys when my peppers are nice and cooked, and we'll continue from there. All right, okay guys, so the peppers are just the 3 minutes is up for the peppers. As you can see, they're so nice and hot from the fire. So I'm just going to sprinkle them with just a little bit of salt, just because I know that I eat a little more salt than the average recipe. So I'm just going to sprinkle them a little bit with salt and then invert them on paper towel so that way they can drain. And then I'll continue with the rest of the recipe. This is actually pretty hot. Okay. So next it says, in a large skillet, cook the meat and onion until the meat is brown and the onion is tender. So I know I'm supposed to use a skillet, but I'm just going to use the exact same sauce pan that I used for the original one. And I would have thought that it would ask me to use meat that had a little more fat in it, just because the recipe did not call for any oil at all. So I'm actually interested to see how this is going to turn out. Alright, I'm just going to keep stirring this until the meat is cooked and the onions are tender. So I'll show you guys later when it's done and I'm ready to continue with the rest of the recipe. Alright, thanks. Okay guys, as you can see, the meat is nice and brown. The onions are a little tender right now. So I'll just go on with the rest of the recipe. It says add the water, the uncooked rice, and all the dried things. So this is the basil, the salt, the Worcestershire sauce, and the black pepper. So I'm supposed to basically stir this, bring it to a boil, and then reduce the heat. So this is just, I'm just supposed to allow this simmer. As soon as it starts boiling, I'm just going to let it simmer for about 15 minutes until the rice is nice and cooked. So when you just start cooking, I said let's let it boil, and as soon as you let it boil, reduce it and cover the pot so that way it simmers. And then when the rice is cooked, I'll come back and we'll just continue with the rest of the recipe. The other part of it is just to add the tomatoes and then bake it. So hopefully that turns out to be easy. So far so good. The recipe is looking pretty good, so I think I'm gonna like it. Alright, thank you guys. So the tomato, the rice and meat sauce is already nice and cooked. The rice is soft. I already tasted it. So right now I'm just gonna stir in the tomatoes. And after I stir in the tomatoes, it doesn't say I should cook the tomatoes at all in the saucepan. So I'm just gonna go ahead with the recipe. It says spoon the rice into the green peppers. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. And then you're supposed to bake at 375. So I'm going to start preheating my oven for 375 for about 15 to 20 minutes. Originally asked to use a square baking dish, about 1.5 quarts. But I only have this one, so this is about 1.5, about 2 quarts, I'm sorry. This is about 1.5 quarts, so it's a little smaller than I should be using. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, this is a little messy, but so these peppers are like, they're somehow weird shaped, so kind of sort of have to force the rice mixture in. But so far so good. The rice looks good. The meat tastes good. I like the type of cheese it's using. It's new cheddar cheese. And it's using it's full fat cheddar cheese, but it's so little that I don't think it should make that much of a difference calorie wise. Alright. Okay, so this is a little messy, but obviously. I'm going to try to spoon the rest of the mixture into the green peppers and then bake it for 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to maybe put it for about 18 minutes. And then I'll pull it out and sprinkle it with cheese and let you guys know. Okay, guys, thanks. So it's all baked. I sprinkled the cheese over it and the cheese is nice and melted on it. You're just supposed to sprinkle the cheese and just let it sit up for about 2 minutes until the cheese melts. So right now the cheese is nice and melted. Okay, I'm just gonna take out one of them and hopefully it doesn't break. And then try to taste it. See, the problem is I don't even know how to taste this because I don't know if I'm supposed to dip my fork inside and just eat the rice or cut into the peppers. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna eat it anyhow. The filling is nice, but it's a little too dry for me. I prefer if the filling had some type of sauce in it. Maybe not a pasta sauce, but something to just give it a little more moisture. And as usual, I think it lacks a little salt. But as you guys must have noticed, I like a little more salt than the recipe usually calls for. So hopefully over time, I adjust my taste buds. But overall, it's good. The tomatoes are a little alive, for lack of better words. So I prefer the tomatoes a little more cooked, but and then I'm gonna try the pepper. So the peppers are nice and properly cooked. Like everything is just slicing into it properly, so. The pepper is perfectly cooked. I love it. I love the texture. I love everything about it. And the nice sprinkle of salt inside of the peppers definitely did a good job. So overall, I really like this. I think I'm gonna enjoy eating it tonight. My grading, perhaps maybe a B plus A minus. It's not bad, but it's not spectacular either. Next week, I'm gonna be making this recipe. It's supposed to be veal marsala, but I've been trying to find veal over the last couple weeks, and I haven't found veal. So I'm going to use chicken. Chicken is a substitute for this recipe, and it was listed. If I can find veal next week for a good price, I'll pick up veal. Else I'll use chicken. All right, guys, thank you, and I hope you enjoy this. Subscribe. Talk to you later. Bye.